Hey guys, 4 parts that you need to know about electronics. You need a good graph. Size depends on how much weight you're willing to give up for packing on your trip. You need good brackets, fishfindermounts.com. You need to understand batteries and what you're allowed to carry on airplanes as you go up to the circle, so you have a power source for your units. And then you need miscellaneous to make sure your equipment stays clean and clear so you can see those monster fish. We're going to go over that stuff right now real quick, and we hope you guys enjoy this. If you have any questions, reach out to us and we'll walk you through what we need to do or you need to do to go on a trip of a lifetime. Hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, Bill Simontel from the BBZ TV. We're going to go over another part of your Plummer's Arctic Circle Lodge guide handout. You're going to find this on the internet. We can send you a PDF if you want to reach out to us here at thebBZ.com or at Plummer's Lodges. But we're going to talk about graphs today. We're going to talk about mounting brackets and a couple other essentials that you might need if you go, say, to the Arctic Circle Lodge outpost. Now, if you book a trip with Plumbers and you're with a guide, you do not need to know anything about this. They are taking care of you. This is a 5-star treatment for bucket lists that you'll ever experience. But our group, we like to go on the self-guided trip. So we go to the Arctic Circle Lodge outpost. We're there for 7 days by ourselves. We have a camp host, but our group of 8 will take 4 boats out and we just tear apart bloomers the best we can, looking for a monster 30 to 50 pound lake trout. So part 1, electronics. For us, if you're going to go there and take electronics, you know, we can't stress enough that Lowrance has been the go-to for the BBZ.com and BBZ TV for many, many years, over 20 years. So when you pick out electronics, you want to look at 2 things: capability of fish finding, structure capability, and GPS. When you go on big lakes, Great Bear Lake is the 8th largest freshwater lake in the world. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of places you can get to and maybe forget how to get back. So the GPS is critical, and this is one of the reasons why we carry Lowrance. So with that, when you look at a graph for transporting, when you take on planes, it's all about weight. The bigger the unit, the less weight and other gear you're going to take. So if you wanted to keep things down to a minimum, you want to look at the 5-inch like hooks. There are great units by Lowrance. Some of these units right here are the units we've used in the past. This year, I'm upgrading to the new Lowrance Elite FS 7-inch with a 3-in-1 transducer. So I'm giving away some of the weight that I could transport, pack it in my gear for a bigger unit, because I'm looking for a monster, because that's what we do. So that's the first thing you want to do, is make sure you pick out a unit that's capable for transportation and you look at the weight factor. Part 2, you want to make sure you go over to fishfindermounts.com and you got to look at their bracket and their systems for mounting the graphs themselves onto kayaks, aluminum boats, float tubes, you name it. You got to look at their brackets. If you use a smaller 4-inch bracket, this is going to support like the 5-inch models. This is lighter weight compared to, say, this one I have for my 7-inch, because I have a bigger graph now. It's got to support more weight. So you got to check out their website. They have some great capabilities of mounting different size graphs, and also you got to check out their magnet, which basically you pull off this end right here. You put this on the outside of your aluminum boat, you snap your magnet on the other side, and it supports that transducer for weeks on end. So they have a lot of information over at fishfindermounts.com. We've been using them for years. I'm not paid by them. I don't get anything free. But when I set up the stuff for our team, I want to make sure I have the best equipment possible. So we have graphs. We have the Fish Finder mounts. So that's going to take care of that. The third thing is batteries. So if you look at the airport for TSA batteries, you're allowed to carry on 2 batteries per person. The max size of the battery is a 12 volt and it can't be greater than 8.3 amp hours. So as you see here, I have 2 of them. I have this one and I have one hooked right here for my unit for testing. has to come in a box. You got to carry it on in a box. TSA is going to open this up, and they got to make sure that it's packed securely with the connectors covering the terminals so they don't create an arc or anything while being transported. You're allowed to carry 2 on per person. We're having a group of 8 go on this year, so what we're going to do is we're going to have 1 person in our group of 8 all carry a battery. That cuts down weights that we carry on for our own luggage, and also gives us two batteries per boat for our anglers up there at the Arctic Circle Lodges. Also, we have, and I know this place is a wreck, man. When I start packing for things, I got stuff all over the place. Also, I'm carrying some small battery chargers. A lot of the lodges will all have this stuff for you. But like I said, when we go to a private lodge, a self-guided one, we're going to make sure we cover as many bases as possible. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Oh, one other thing. When you take this, the biggest thing is, this is a shout out to our past friend, Roger LaRock. He passed away about a year ago. But if you can get his Eagle Eye, I know the product is still out there. You want to make sure you take this. This is a great product to have no matter where you go. It's great for your spectacles. It's great for your sunglasses. And it's also great for keeping your electronics super clean on the screen so you can see those big fish and you can target them a lot easier. So make sure you have a bottle of Eagle Eye and a nice microfiber cloth for that. I don't want to go on too long with this, but like I said, this is really important. If you take a graph, your bags can only be about 45 pounds. It can't be anything over 45 pounds. So when you leave from LAX, you get to the main lodge up at Plummer's, and then they fly you in a float lane. The baggage has to be a set weight. So my unit here, my graph, is going to be about 8 to 10 pounds. Though that means for all my fishing gear in my bag, I got to subtract that from my 45 pounds. If you use the smaller units like the 5 with the smaller brackets from fishfindermount.com, you take more fishing gear. It just depends on how you want to set up your trip. The really cool thing about getting great equipment like Lowrance electronics, your fish finder mounts, your magnet transducer holders, your batteries, you can use these anywhere. So if we come back home and we want to take a rental boat out at Diamond Valley Lake, I can use all this equipment on a rental boat. We can go up to the Sierras, go trout fishing. It works. If we have a kayak or float tube, it works. So like I said, this is not a one-time use in product. It actually gives you more opportunity to use this through the years for all kinds of fishing. But make sure you follow along with the BBZ TV. We got great content, great information. I'm going to have a multi-part series for Plummer's Arctic Circle Lodges on how to pack, what kind of utensils you need to take, what kind of rods you need to take, what kind of safety equipment you need to take. I'm going to have a multi-part system, so when you get your bucket trip list up to Plummer's Arctic Circle Lodges, you're going to be covered. You can actually just click on one of these YouTube links and we'll walk you through everything you need to know. Make sure you guys check out plummerslodges.com. Make sure you check out the bbz.com. And we hope you guys enjoy this. If you have any questions, please give me a shout out at bill@thebbz.com or reach out to Plumbers. I'll put their information right down here at the bottom of the page, and they're going to help you walk you through. Simple, easy to go on a trip of a lifetime and target some of the biggest fish that swim, 30 to 50 pound Lakers. You might even catch a world record. 70-something pounder is out there swimming all over the place. So we're excited. Stay tuned for more videos from the BBZ TV as we get ready to launch up to Plummer's Arctic Circle Lodges this July. Hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll catch you next time out on the water.